Hello, my lovelies. I hope you're okay. Sorry you can hear my chair creaking away there. Welcome back to week 3 and week 4 of December because we're in that weird limbo, you know, betwixtmas bit. And I didn't end up doing a week 3 cash stuff because it happened just before Christmas Eve and obviously it was super busy. And actually, I've not really needed any cash because I've not really been anywhere or done anything. So what I decided to do to make things easier was to amalgamate week 3 and week 4 cash stuff for December, which will take me through to the end of the month. So so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I'm actually going to be stuffing 210 because I moved my food budget around to kind of front end it. And touch wood, I have not been to the supermarket since like the 22nd of December. So still got plenty of food. So I'm going to be stuffing that. So that is 210 today. And I also have got an extra 25 because I had some money in an old bank account, which I switched across because I'm going to kind of rejig that to deal with all my sinking funds for next year, which I'll do in a separate video. But basically, I'm just tidying everything up so it's kind of neat. So I am going to stuff 210. Let's just count that first. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 210. And then I have got my additional 25 over here, which I'll stuff separately. But let's go through my envelopes and clear out those. So I've got £1 left in food. I'm going to put that to one side and use that in my savings challenges. I've got 20 left in fuel, which I'm going to keep that in. But again, because we've not really been anywhere, I've not really kind of used as much fuel this week. I've got nothing left in spends. That's been completely spent, but that's fine. That's kind of what it's there for. I've got nothing left in miscellaneous. I've got 10 left in giving, and I have got 20, 30, 40 left in fitness. So I think I'm going to pull some of that out to do savings challenges in a bit, but we'll do that after we've done the main stuff. So let us get on. So food is getting 150 this week. So it's kind of, this will see me now through to the 6th of January, which is kind of when I will redo, well, that's the start of my January budget. So I think we're like the 29th today, so like about a week or so. But I am hosting people for New Year's Eve, so it'll probably kind of pretty much get used on that. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, and then 10 is 150. And what I've been making a concerted effort this month, and I'll talk about it in a separate video when I talk about my finance goals, I think, but I've been really religiously using cashback apps and those types of things for everything that I buy. So my favourite one that I use is Jam Donut, which I'll leave a link in the description, and what that allows you to do is buy gift vouchers. So what I tend to do is buy a gift card every week for my Sainsbury's shop, which is where I do my weekly shop. So I'll take money out of my food envelope, I'll preload it onto a gift card, I'll send that back to bank, and then I get cash back on that, and it's kind of about 3 to 4%, so it's kind of like it adds up over the year. And also Top Cashback I've started using. So again, when I'm buying anything online, I check Top Cashback. So I check both those apps. So Jam Donut, is it something that's on there, can I buy it via a gift voucher so I can get cash back that way? And then I also buy through Top Cashback. So anything else, and actually I'm surprised how many brands are on Top Cashback. So I kind of kicked myself because I bought some cheese online for Christmas thinking, oh, that wouldn't possibly on there, and it was, and I was really annoyed that I didn't buy it through there. So now anything I'm buying, anything at all, I check Top Cashback first. So I'll leave a link in the description and a referral code below. I really can't rate them highly enough. So that, and one of the things I want to do is start tracking cashback, and I think in the month of December, which I know is like a spendy month and we spent more on food and stuff and a few other bits and pieces as presents, but I think my cashback's like at 35 quid, so you can see kind of how over the course of the year that adds up. And obviously what I did this year, I only started using them kind of probably around September, October time, but it allowed me to, I think, save around £50, which I then put towards Christmas. So just a really easy way, I guess, of kind of doing additional saving. So that is food. Fuel is getting nothing. Spends is getting nothing. Miscellaneous is going to get 10. Giving is going to get 10. And what I do with giving is if I don't have a, if I don't kind of use it in the month. At the end of the month, I will donate online to the local food bank run by the Trust. So that's handy. And then fitness is getting 20. So I've got an extra 20 somehow. What have I not stuffed? Oh, miscellaneous should have got 20. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So I'm still £10 over, but let's worry about that later, shall we? I do this every week at the moment. I just seem to kind of really not be able to keep up with it. So that is my cash stuff for this week. So I've got that £10 left over. Let's see. Oh, should it be an extra? I should have put an extra one into giving. There we go. That's what that is. I'm doing 2 weeks. That makes sense. And then fitness. So fitness, I know that up until the 6th of January, I'm probably not going to spend all of this. So I'm going to take 30 out to put into my saving challenges. I'm going to leave 30 in there, which would be more than enough for anything that I decide to do. I have to book ahead for my swims, and they're kind of booked up for this week. And my yoga teacher's away at the moment, and boxing hasn't started back either. So that will be more than enough for that, and I can always clear it out at the end of next week when I do my end of month cash out. Okay, so that is that. So I've got 20, 30 coming out of there, and then I've also got this additional 25, which was that other income. So I've got 55 to put into savings challenges this week. And what I've done is gone through this folder and reprioritised. So basically I've put these in the order that I want to stuff them. So the ones at the front are the priorities, and then kind of moving backwards. So that kind of helps me just keep an eye on it, really. So Christmas is going to get 20, and then that will be it stuffed for this month, which is great. And it's lovely to think that I can cross off one of these. So each one of these is worth £50. But also that I'm already saving for next Christmas. And this will give me £600, which I think, given what I've spent this month, this year, is kind of bob on for me. And obviously anything extra is a bonus. So let me put £20 in here. So that is fully funded, which is awesome for this month anyway. So treats, I'm doing this challenge from Budget with Shah, and each week it gives you a different amount to save. So this week is week 3 for me, so I need to put 15 into there. And this I'm using to kind of pre-stuff for treats for each season. So it might be some clothes for that season. So say I wanted a new, I don't know, winter coat or something, or stuff like, Christmas markets, hot chocolates, those types of things. So this, I'm going to complete the winter challenge, which takes us to the 20th of March, then use that money to do spring treats, so like Easter stuff and whatever, and then start the spring challenge, which will then save for summer and stuff, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of always a season ahead or behind, depending how you look at it, but it just means I've got kind of that. So I think in here I've now got 20, 40, 50, 55 already saved, which is great. Okay, next up is clothes, which I'm doing this dice challenge, and I've so far got £10 in the envelope, but I've only rolled 7 so far, so depending on how much I have to put in. So I've rolled a 2, so that takes me to 9. So I still don't need to actually put any physical cash in there, but that is saving, and this will give me £200. And I've been on a clothing diet for this year, and I'm going to keep that till the end of January, and then see what, if anything, I need. I had a big wardrobe declutter, which was great, as part of kind of our moving process, and I'm really aware of that I've still got tons of clothes, so I really don't need anything. Appliances, I'm going to put 10 in. And this is for anything from, kettle and toaster right up to big stuff like washing machine. So this should save £1,000 in total over 52 weeks. So by the end of next year, hopefully that will be 1,000. But we are hopefully moving, and I know I will need to buy appliances in the new house. So that will probably come out of our house fund, and this will continue to tick over just for those stuff that we might need to replace later. And then I'm going to stuff the final one into car. So this is me saving for my car insurance, which is due in August. So we've got 20, 30, 45 now. So that was 10. So let's cross that off. And then I'm not stuffing phone at the moment. I've still got, like, this phone's pretty new, so that's kind of less important. Month ahead I'm going to stuff as part of my sinking funds, and I've also got a couple of new envelopes coming, or new labels anyway. One focusing on garden, because my new house has a much bigger garden than I have, and I want to start growing my own fruit and veg, kind of inspired by Budget So Grow and all her amazing stuff. So I want to start a garden envelope, and also growth, which is kind of a miscellaneous one, but more about if the stuff that I want to do to grow as a person, and you know, all of my journey is about being more intentional, then it gives me the money. So whether or not that's like an evening class I want to do, or an online course, or like a book to learn how to do something, I'm going to have that in growth, because I want to learn some languages, I think, and do some other bits and pieces. So that will all come out of that one. So I'm just waiting for the, you know, the postal strikes. So I'm just waiting for those to come, and then I'll kind of add them into here. Right, so that is my sinking funds, and so the only thing I've got left is my pound in my penny challenge, which I need to find. So if I do 98 and 2, that will be that. So I'll pop that in there, and then that is this week's cash stuff. So that will take me through to the 6th of January. And then I have already started to play around with what January's budget will look like, and I'll probably do a separate video about what my goals for the first 3 months of the year are, because I'm not going to do a 12-month one at this stage, just because I know that my finances are going to significantly change in April. I've decided to go back to work full-time to pay for the new house, and also we'll have a new house, and until we're kind of in, I'm not quite sure what some of those bills are going to be. So what I've decided to do is do a 3-month budget, so January, February, March, which is probably before we kind of move, and then do something different once we move, and kind of rework my budget there. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'll do a separate video on that. But thanks for watching this Betwixtmas cash stuff. I hope you are safe and well, and have had a restful period. And I will see you in the next video.